Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you all for pushing play and spending a little bit of time with me today. Today we are going to, I guess you could say in a nutshell, complete my look or start my look or finish my look. Create my look for my reel. We're gonna do a little bit of color. I pulled out some of my wigs and I said, let's do some color. I've been doing the gray and the black. Let's pull out a little color. I don't think I've done her in a while. So I got her, and I think we're gonna try to probably do some flips and stuff like that. The flips seem to be in, and yeah, we're gonna try to do all that and see what we can get out of this wig right here. I'm of course gonna leave the wig deets down in the description box, as I always do. As far as the makeup, I haven't really decided, but because of this color, we might do some green. I've been doing the black smoky eye a lot, so I think I want to do a little bit of color. I haven't done any color probably in a while, so let's have a little fun with color. I'm not gonna hold you, but we're gonna get into it. Now, for all my new babies that's here and trying to decide if you really like me or not, let me just tell you a little bit about myself while I'm getting my stuff together here. I'm 56 years old. I work full time. I'm a wife. I have 3 grown children, 2 biological, 1 step. I have 5 grandbabies. The oldest, of course, is in college. The youngest is terrible too. And I'm sure you've seen him if you watch me on my YouTube shorts. He kind of is just running the house, right? Okay. I also am the caregiver to my mom. My mom lives with me. She does a cameo every now and then. Yeah, and so this is my real life. I work, I help with my grandbabies, I take care of my mom, and yeah, I'm not getting up every day, going to brunch, sitting somewhere, you know, having cocktails, and that's no shade to any of my fellow content creators. I hope to be living that wonderful life where I don't punch a clock anymore, but for right now, I am still working. So everything you see when I blog is going on a vacation, which, you know, if you have a job, it's only we probably take, like, you know, 2-3 vacations a year. Not that often, you know, if you work. Baby and I are trying to incorporate date night at least once or twice a month. I'm okay with once, but if we should do twice, I definitely don't mind doing that. And so we're just, you know, preparing ourselves for retirement. Hopefully, hopefully, is the plan. And if you've been following me, especially on my YouTube shorts, you know, I started a series where I've been trying to wear everything in my closet without repeat, without, you know, shopping or buying anything else. Because here's the thing with me. I find things that I like, I buy them, I love them, I put them in the closet, and they kind of just go into the obisque and they die, okay? And so, yeah. I said I had to stop that. You know, it's like I've got a walk-in closet in here, and then I bought 2 IKEA closets. Again, if you've been following me, you've seen when I did my whole glam room and all of that. And so the thing of it is that I'm, you know, the closer I get to retirement, the more I realize that I don't need all this stuff that I've been buying, all these clothes. So I also had weight loss surgery, probably about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So a lot of things, you know, I don't know why, and that's something none of us should do, is buy stuff for the body that we hope to have someday, or whatever. Buy for the body that you have. You know what I'm saying? Shop for where you are in life, okay? That way you're more than likely going to wear the clothes and the things that you have, okay? So what I'm doing is, if you know, I always wear a high top bun, and I just like to take some braid hair and pull my hair up, and you put this on there and wear me a top knot bun. Sometimes I use it to do my scarves, which is what I did today, because we went to a friend's grandbaby is, what do you call it, a trunk party. So we went to that. And yeah, so this is really my go-to. I love it because I'm a lazy natural and I don't really like doing a lot to my hair. I'm also been on the journey of trying to grow it back thick and healthy. It doesn't necessarily have to grow long. I really don't care about that, but that does come with it. But I really want to get back thick because I think me not really taking care of my hair, it kind of broke off a lot, but I'm back taking care of it, shampooing it, doing my protein treatments, all in my scalp, you know, taking it down, letting it breathe, you know, all that good stuff. So I've been on that journey. So on the journey to getting my hair back healthy, a journey to not spending and wearing the clothes that I have and everything. I think I'm pretty much at the end, because I think I still have a lot of stuff that's mostly just winter things. So I'm pretty much think I'm almost through with that series. I may pick it back up once we get more into the fall weather and I can kind of get back into that. So what I'm going to do right now, since I've taken it down, I'm going to go ahead and comb my hair out, kind of prep it. I'm not going to put it no braids or anything like that, because of course, you know, the wig is just on for temporary. But I want to just kind of take my time, comb these out, and probably put me like maybe get it slicked back real good and put me like some plaits or whatever, and go ahead and get my wig installed and stuff. Because like I said, I don't want to hold you long. This is not a wig review or anything like that. I'm not gonna lay it down properly. You know, if you've been following me, usually I just make it look as nice as I can, you know, around the perimeter, because most time you don't see around the sides. I go ahead and record that second part of that reel, and then I get right out of the wig. Okay, so this is not a tutorial, but definitely leave in the comments if you would like to see how I would, if I was going to wear the wig out, how would I properly install it. I would definitely show you that. But for the sake of my reels, I do not go into, you know, the ball cap method and laying it all down perfect and all that, because baby, it is 10 o'clock at night. I'm not going anywhere, honey. I'm gonna do that, change and all that, you know, do a few little poses and all. And then, you know, I'm gonna get right back out of it, put back on my pajamas, and probably go downstairs and get on my recliner and watch me some movies till I fall asleep. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep that, get this on my head, so we can at least, you know, I want to lay it down, so you know, and then I'm probably come back, curl it, you know, and all that stuff, and then we're gonna get into the makeup, and we're gonna get on up out of here. All right. All right, guys, so we are back. All right, I've got the hair on, melting the lace a little bit. I went ahead and did this eye. Okay, we're going to zoom in so you can see. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do this eye just to save a little bit of time. Okay, I'm going in with this here is it's a Morphe palette. It's I guess the collaboration with Avani Gregg for the babes. This is the one I'm using. I don't know, I've had it for a while, and I'm basically going to be using a couple of colors. This color here, I'm going to use this color here for like my transition shade. I'm going to be using a little bit of this green here, this dark green. I'm also going to be using my Juvia's Place palette. I'm going to be using this green here. Okay, and then we've got this here for the bright. Yes, isn't that pretty? This one is, I can't remember. I think it's Ace Beauty. And this here. So I'm going to put, again, everything will be down in the description box. Okay. So it's basically green to go with the, I don't know if this is copper or ginger color, but that's basically what we're going to be doing. I already did both eyebrows just to kind of make this go a little bit faster. All right. So I've already laid my foundation down, like the concealer. I went over that with a little bit of powder just to kind of set the concealer, to give my my eyeshadow something to attach to. So I'm going to go in first with my transition shade. I'm going to go in with this here brush. I'm going to put the thing, what is it? I use this here. I got probably about 4 or 5 of these. It comes with several brushes off of the Amazon. So if you're new at doing makeup and you really don't want to spend a whole lot of money on brushes, I'm going to show you what I use, because, you know, yes, I do have a few like Morphe expensive brushes or whatever, but for me, I don't wear makeup every day. I like to play in makeup. It's fun. And even though when I do wear the makeup out, I still can get the same results that I need. Now, if I was a makeup artist or something like that, yes, I get it. You want to spend and you want to get good brushes. I totally understand that. But for us who just like to play in makeup, and maybe you wear a little bit, or maybe you're just new to the makeup world and you're still trying to learn how to do it, you don't really want to invest because you're not for sure if you're going to stick with it or not, and you don't really want to invest in some expensive brushes, I'm going to definitely leave a link down below of where you can get you some brushes, the brush sets that you can use, okay? All right, so I'm going to go in with this here brush here, and I'm going to go in with my transition color, like I said, which is this hair color. This is a cookies and what does that say? Chunkin coffee or something like that, but mostly like a light brown color, okay? I'm going to go in for my transition shade. I'm going to go in my crease, but I want to blow it out or blend it upwards, okay? So I'm going into my crease, and this is really not a tutorial, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm going into my crease, and I'm just kind of doing what we call the windshield method. And I just want to go in, you know, get it in there. And I'm going down all the way into the corner, and I'm going out to the outer corner because we're going to clean all of that up, okay? And I'm just going back and forth into the crease, back and forth. And I'm going up just a little bit because you don't want to go all the way up to your eyebrow bone because you don't want to lose that highlighting color unless you plan on using a highlighter color or a lighter color up there. I like my concealer to be what I consider my highlighter color on my brow bone, okay? So I'm going to stay right here in my crease, and I'm going to go back and forth, go down a little bit into the corner of the eye and out to the outer edge, going back and forth. And like I said, you're going to blend it upward, okay? Like that. Simple, okay? Hopefully I remember to zoom in so you can see what I mean, okay? And you can see the same thing, okay? Because you just want to be like a little peekaboo of your transition shade. Just a peekaboo, okay? Now, once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my green color, and I'm going to go in with this color here. This here. I'm using a little fluffy brush, like a blending brush, okay? Now, I'm going to just, again, into the crease. Because the transition shade has been blown out, it's going up a little bit. Don't be concerned. Go in, same place. Okay, and you just want to, sorry, hold on, y'all. I thought that was my phone ringing, but I guess it's not. I guess it's not. Okay, so I'm just going to go in, and I'm just going to go my lower lid, and I'm just going back and forth. Same thing, windshield wiper method. And we're going back and forth, okay? I wish I had a small, you know what? I think I do. Let me see if I can use this. Sometimes it's hard. I'm trying to hold that big old mirror. But this might be because I'm using the magnified side, but I think I can use this, a smaller mirror. And I'm just going back and forth, Oh yeah, that's better. I don't feel like I'm gonna drop that mirror. And I'm just going back and forth. Not losing my transition shade at all. And I'm just in the crease. And when you stay in the crease, depending on the blending brush you use, it's going to blow out, or should I say blend out. So it's going to go up into your transition shade a little bit. Because like I said, you want just a peekaboo of the transition shade. Okay. Now, what I do, because I want to make this green a little bit darker, a little bit more intense, I'm going to go in with my liquid black gel. And I'm just going to go in with my, here it is. And this here is my, I think it's my Sigma brush. And this was a collaboration with Makeup Shayla. I think it's by Sigma. But it's a pencil brush. See how it is? It's a pencil brush. And I'm going in with the gel, black gel. Okay, and what I'm going to do, because I want the green to be a little bit more intense, I'm going to go on to the sides. Okay, and I'm just going to, I keep picking that up, so used to picking that up. And I'm going to go into the sides with it. Okay, and I'm going to go on the inner corner with it, the gel liner. I also do this whenever I do like a black smoky eye as well. I use the gel liner. And then, of course, I'm going to go over top of it with the green because I want this green to be more intense. So I just want to get this on, kind of blend it out a little bit, not too much. Blend it out just a little bit. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a flat brush, just a flat brush. Let me see. Just a flat brush here. And what I want to do is blend out the black, okay? Because now that I've got it on, now I want to blend it out. And I'm going to go into the crease, okay? Because you don't want to take too much of the black. Since this is not a smoky black eye, I'm doing more of, I want it to be a dark green. So now I just want to blend out that liquid or cream black, okay? And I'm going to just go around into the crease a little bit because I'm just blowing that out. I don't want it to just sit there like that. I want to blend it out, that black gel, okay? And I'm just using a black brush. Wasn't nothing on it. I didn't use no black eyeshadow or anything like that. I'm just using a clean flat brush, okay, to blend out that cream. That's it. And I'm just kind of going around into the crease a little bit just to blend it out, okay? All right. Now what I'm going to do in this same Morphe palette here, I'm going to go in with that dark green that I told y'all I was going to use, okay? And I have a flat brush. Gotta find it. Yeah. So I'm going to go in with a flat brush. And I'm going to go on top of that black. Okay. Because I want it to be intense. So I'm going over it with this green. Okay. Because I don't want to lose my green, because this is green eyeshadow. But the black liquid or the black cream makes it more intense, more dark, which is what I want, okay? You see what I'm saying? Makes it more dark, which is, but not black. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my, I got brushes. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush, and I'm going to go back in with my green from my Juvia's Place, okay? And I want to go over it. I just want to go over it, okay? All right. So you see how the black intensified it, and then I went over with a little lighter, with another green, and then a little lighter green, okay? All right, all right, all right. So let's see how we're looking. Now, I'm going to go back over my transition just a little bit, because I want to still make sure. I'm going to pat it a little bit. I want to come down here. And all I'm doing is going in with my transition shade because I don't want to lose that, okay? And plus, it'll help calm the harsh line of the green, okay? If that makes sense. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so I may not be using all the correct terminology, but I do what I feel works for me. I don't want harsh lines. I want everything to blend seamlessly, okay? Now for the cut crease, I'm going to go in with a, this is like an eyeshadow primer, but I'm going to go in with a white color. This is the first time I'm trying this color, but I like it over here to make that green a little more intense. And you just need a little. You don't need a lot. And you just get a flat brush. And when you're doing a cut crease, with this, you got to put it where you want it. Because, baby, like I said, this is going to stay where you put it, okay? And then whatever you put on top of it, it's going to intensify. So I'm trying to make sure that I do it the same way on the other eye. So excuse me. So you see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, because I don't want a whole lot of the light green, just a little bit. And this is to get that cut crease. Don't go straight on into top of it, okay? Know that you want it to be perfect, but when I'm doing transitions, you know, I have fun. I don't try to be perfect or anything like that. You know, I'm not in competition with anybody. So once you get that on, you want to let it dry. You don't want to put your right on top of it. And I'm going to go in, like I said, with the green, and I have my little flat brush that I'm going to use, just a little bitty flat brush. And I'm just going to go in with that. And I've already sprayed it. I might spray it a little bit with water just to damp it, because it is a little glittery. So you want to make sure that your glitter sticks. And then once you do that, you just go in. Okay. And I want to pat it on first. I want to pat it on first. Okay. Once you got it on there good, you can kind of start blowing it, blending it out just a little bit. But you want to make sure whatever base you use, you got that on there covering it up. We don't want to see that white base or cream or whatever you use to do your cut crease, okay? Okay, and once I do that, I'm not putting any more makeup on the brush, my green brush. I just want to go in because, again, you want to blend. We always blend, right? So I'm just going to lightly go into the glitter, not too much, and kind of go around the edges, okay? Because we want to get rid of the harsh edges, remember? See what I'm saying? Hopefully we remember to zoom in so you can see that I just went in, kind of blended inward towards the bright green. Okay, so I don't see any harsh lines. All right. And it kind of tones it down just a little bit because it is a fluffy brush. Okay. All right. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Now, for after that, I'm going to go in with a black liner. I'm going to go in. This is just, this is by NYX. And this is the jumbo, just a jumbo black liner. I'm just going to go in with that. Because, again, I want my, this to be dark. And this is a creamy liner. It's not like the pencil. It's real creamy, which I like. And then I'm going to go in with my brush that I use to blend out the cream black on my eyes. I'm just going to go in with that over top. Okay. All right. Okay. And now I'm going to go in with my green over top of it. Okay, over top of it. Now I'm going to go in and clean this up real good. Normally I like to use the little things up under my eyes to catch the fallout, but I didn't do that, so there's that. Which would save you from the cleanup, all the cleanup that you have to do, if you would. And I am definitely I like to do my eyeshadow first before I do all my other makeup. Some people do their face first. I like to do my eyes first. That's me. But you, of course, do what works for you. Okay? And I'm going to go in with the Better Than Sex mascara before I put on my my eyelashes. So I definitely feel like I could just really just do my own lashes, but for the sake of my dramatic transition video, I'm going in with lashes. And I'm going in, and I know I've told y'all before that I don't spend a lot of money on lashes now, again, but I just go in with my Beauty Supply this one is Broadway, this one is BM25, and they look like this. This is kind of like what I'm going to do. And they work, I mean, they're just fine for me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Lily Lashes or any of the other brands. Definitely nothing wrong with them. Okay, I just feel like for what I do, I don't want to invest that kind of money on lashes that I'm not going to keep on. Now, if I just wore, y'all, I'm sorry, hold on. And then I just use the black glue. If I wore lashes every day, you know, I don't know, maybe I would invest in more, I guess, what we call expensive, because what are they, like $18 for lashes? And I know you get to, you know, you reuse them. You can definitely reuse them. So maybe I would. I don't know. But for what I do, no, and I want something inexpensive, something that I don't mind, that I'm going to take off my eyes, and because, you know, and put them in the trash and not think nothing else of it, you know. But again, like I said, I wore these, even if I'm going out or something, I will still use these. I mean, they're fine for me. I do want to get some of those Miami lashes. I feel like I would like those for everyday lashes. So I'm going to get this on, clean up the face, and then we're going to go in and I'm going to apply the rest of the face, okay? All right, I've got the face cleaned up somewhat. I had to take that off. It's making my head hurt, y'all. Oh my goodness. So, of course, if you've been following me, then you know what I like to do is go under my eyes. I'm going to... Where's my moisturizer? Oh. Go in with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream Moisturizer. Since I have wiped my face down and everything, so I need to go back and put a little moisturizer. Because even when I play in makeup, I still like make sure I treat my face well, because, you know, you're still doing a lot. You're still putting this stuff all in your pores, your skin, and you still need a barrier, okay? And especially under your eyes. This is thin skin under your eyes, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you know, for me, I want to put something, you know, hydrating under my eyes. Now, if you tend to be more oily, then maybe not as much. You might not want to, or you might want to put something moisturizing first and then go in with something right there. Feel like, I don't know. And then maybe something matte, okay? But I always like to put something moisturizing under my eye. Okay. Now, some people go into certain areas with their moisturizer, and then they'll go in matte in places where they know they get more oily, like that may be your T-zone, okay? What I had been using lately is the one size here. I've been using that. But for right now, I put the moisturizer on. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Coffee. I like to do this to help with to fill in the hollowness under my eyes. And this is, again, I'm not a makeup artist. This is just the things that I like to do when I'm doing my makeup. And I do this even when I'm not doing it for transitions. I'm also doing it to go somewhere. If I'm going to actually wear makeup, I'll actually do this as well. So this is not just for the sake of the transition. And so I just pat it in. Okay. Just pat it in. And I've tried using a brush. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just need to do it more. But I just find that when I use a brush, I'm not happy with the results. So I'm just using my sponge. But you do use whatever works for you. They say you get better coverage when you use the brush because this seems to absorb more of the makeup. And that may be true. But it still gets what I need done, okay? And if you did go under your eye with some eyeshadow or whatever, be careful not to cover it up with the concealer, okay? Or with the powder or anything you may put under your eyes. You don't want to lose your color, okay? So I just pat that in under my eye, okay? And then I'm going to set it. I'm going to use my my setting spray, and I'm going to be using the Until Dawn as well, okay? And I'm just going to shake it up and spray, okay? Now I'm going to go in. I use and that's all I'm going to use for this. That's what I use that for. Okay. Now for my, I use the Fenty Beauty. This is Eavesdrop. This is a blurring skin tint, and I'm in the shade 22. I use this all the time. It doesn't matter. Going anywhere, not going anywhere, transitions. And I do have other makeup over here that I'm probably going to eventually just get rid of because I never use it. Honestly, I never ever use it. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. And that's what the color looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but that's the color. And I'm going to go in. I'm probably going to have to use, I don't think I have any sponges clean. Let me check. All right, so I found one that's kind of clean. And I'm going to go in. All right. And I'm going to just start applying it everywhere. Okay. I think it's the beauty blender is fine. I get the coverage that I want because I don't have a lot that I have to cover up. Okay. All right. Now, okay, as you can see, that's all I pretty much do. I don't even use a lot. Okay, but you use what you need to. Okay. And with the Born This Way, this is by Too Faced. This is good for multi-purposes. You can sculpt or conceal. And I'm going in with Chai. Okay, this is Chai. This is one of the good ones. Good concealers. So I'm going to go right over top of that. Because remember, I'm going for a dramatic look. So, and then I'm going to go in up here on my forehead, wherever you want to highlight. Some people don't do all this, but it's up to you. Okay, I'm going to hit my chin. I'm going to come down my nose. Okay, right down to my nose. Around here, lightly, because I'm going to blend this on around. Okay. So, I'm going to take a damp sponge, not soaking wet, but damp. I'm probably going to use the other side of this. I use that, so I'm going to use the other side of this. And I'm just going to spray it. Not soaking wet, just want to spray it. And I'm going to start blending out under the eye, okay? Because especially with Born This Way, once it dries, you're not going to be able to blend that out. You would have to add some more on top and try to blend it out. But you would not be able to blend it out once it dries. So, you can let it sit for a little bit, but then you need to start blending, okay? Come around. I want to blend this out, but I don't want to blend this out too much. Just kind of want it to be like right there, right on my chin, okay? And then the forehead. If you're prone to breakout, but I can tell when I break out it's because I keep using dirty brushes. Yeah, that may be something I do this week because, yeah, I don't know. Because all my dirty brushes, but I did reach over there and get some brushes. I need to wash my brushes. And I just use Dawn to do it. I have the little machine, but it just seems like it takes too long because I have so many and it only holds so many, you know? All right. So once you've done that, then you're going to go in, and I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, and this is in this translucent medium deep. Is what I'm going to use to set, you know, set the color, set the concealer, but I don't bake. I don't bake. And I tell people, because people always ask me sometimes, where's the real? I ain't seen you do a transition. And it's like, you enjoy that little, what is it, 1 minute reel that I do that took me hours. I started, what time did I tell y'all I started? I'm going to have to go back when I'll put it on the screen what time I started doing this. And you'll see why I don't do a lot of, you know, I don't do transitions all the time. Because, baby, it's hours. Even if I wasn't filming, I still feel like it would just be hours. I still would be in here hours because it's the hair, it's the makeup. It's just a lot. Okay, it's a lot. Okay. And I know it's looking a little cray-cray. Trust the process. Trust the process. Yeah, I definitely got to clean my brushes. I can tell just from sitting up here doing my makeup, I'm a little breaking out a little bit from using dirty brushes. So please, don't use dirty brushes. Don't be like me. Use a clean brush. So I'm gonna brush away some of the excess. Okay, just some of the excess. Okay. So I want to hit around those harsh lines where I did the highlight. Okay, just want to go around, hit that. Now I want to go in with my, I'm going to use my Chocolates palette by Juvia's Place to do my contour. To do my contour. I'm almost out because I use this color right here to do my contour. I'm just going to go under the chin a little bit here. Under the chin. Okay. I might hit up under there because I don't think I'm going to bronze because, hey, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. And I just want to blend it up. Blend it up. And I'm going to take, if I can find one of my angled brushes. Go in with the lighter color to contour my nose. Okay. And I go under my eyebrows, like right up under there, and I come down the side of my nose, okay? Right up under there because I want to get rid of some of that concealer that I had put up there. Okay. I'm just going to come down the side of my nose. And remember what I said, this is for a dramatic look. It don't take all this for makeup. It doesn't. Now, of course, people do, you know, put on a lot of makeup, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You do what you like. This, you know, that's what makeup to me is. It's fun. You do what you like. I don't think there's necessarily any rules to makeup. There are rules. There are rules, but sometimes I think you can break the rules. You can do things that work for you. Okay? That's what I say. Now, of course, a makeup artist, you trained, you know, and all that. Of course, yeah, follow the rules. Follow the rules by all means. But for us who are just out here playing in makeup and having fun, like I'm not trying to, you know, do nobody's makeup and, you know, but if you follow me and you like how my makeup turns out, you know, yeah, okay, this is what I do. Is it necessarily the right way? Probably not, but I have fun. I have fun. We're in Blush Volume 1 palette. And because we got the little copper, I think I'm going to go in with this color here. Let's see. Here's the brush I think I used for this color. Okay. And yeah, so we're going to go upward. Remember, we're always going to go upward. We are not, because we want that snatched look. Okay. And I know they've been doing something different lately with the blush, like right up under the eye. I mean, I guess. I think I need another brush. That one's not doing right. It's not doing right. I think I may have you see. That's what happens when you use dirty brushes. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. I'm going right up under there. I don't know how I feel about it, but okay. Whatever. Whatever. Now, I'm going to, I want to use my other, I got to get me some more. This here is Milani Make It Last Original 16-Hour Wear. I love this. As you can see, it's down to here. But that's what I'm going to use to melt everything in. I'm going to spray and melt everything in, okay? All right, so, all right, so we're going to start right there. I'm not going to do my highlighter yet because I'm not for sure. I'm going to save that for last. I think I'm going to go ahead and go in. Oh, man. And get these curls in. Change my clothes. All of that razzle-dazzle. And then we'll come back. Okay? All right. So I've taken my hair down. My hair. And I'm trying to decide if I want to cut it just a little bit more. Because I really wanted to have those, you know. I mean, it's really. Because I got it flipped over. So I'm thinking about cutting it just a little bit, y'all. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Because I feel like, because even when I do this, I mean, I don't know if it's going to give me like that flip that I want. So, maybe it will. I don't know. Because it's already cut in layers. And I mean, you know, I know at some point I'm probably going to give these wigs away. So it's like, I don't want to mess it up. But at the same time, it's not an expensive wig. So I feel like, see how it's already cut in layers. It comes already cut in layers. And this is how long it pretty much is. So for the look that I'm going for, you know, that sultry, you know, look. But I wanted to have those, that flip look. So, I don't know. Let me get it curled. Let me get on the clothes. And then we'll finish the face. And then we'll see what I think. And I don't know. I'm probably going to just leave it like this. But let's go ahead and get everything on. And then decide if I want to cut it anymore. All right? All right, guys, so we're back. As you can see, I've curled the hair. Now, I did go ahead and cut this side a little bit. It's still long. I just tucked this to the back. I've already recorded the second part of the reel. So, of course, you may not have already seen it. You may be here because you want to know how I created the look. But, yeah, so I just kind of cut this a little bit just because I want it to be a little shorter. And then over here, I didn't cut anything. I just left it like this. Now this is like a synthetic blend, so it's not all the way human hair. So of course it wouldn't give me, it curls, but it wouldn't give me that flip that I really, really wanted. But I still think it turned out really, really cute. As far as the lips go, I just went in with my, the Fenty Beauty chocolate liner, and then I went in with the TLB, which is the lip bar, and this is in the shade Goddess. And I just took a flat brush. After I did the liner, I just went over the liner just to kind of blend it out. And then I added the gloss, and then I added these cute earrings, which I think are very, very cute. And I just put on this cute green jumper, you know, because the green eyeshadow, of course. But yeah, I think this turned out really, really cute. The look and everything to give me that, you know, that dramatic look. My alter ego, as my husband calls it. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you would like to see me do any other colors that you may be interested in, definitely leave me a comment. I mean, this is what we're here for, to have fun, play in makeup. I like doing dramatic looks. I like creating looks. Maybe you have a combination of colors you would like to see. Let me know in the comments, okay? But that's all for this video. I told you we were just gonna, you know, do some makeup, do some hair, you know, all that good stuff. So like I said, if you haven't checked out the reel, definitely go check out the reel. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed, to please subscribe, leave me a comment, share my videos. It costs nothing to subscribe, it costs nothing to leave a comment, and it doesn't cost anything to share my videos, okay? So until next time, Kammy loves you. Mwah.